Alec, welcome back.
Good to be back. Good to be back and doing Survivor.
We're home.
We are. This is what we said in our kind of our welcome back video, that this is like the foundation, the bread and butter of our channel right
Yeah,
here.
if you don't know, I am a huge Survivor fan. I've seen most of the seasons. I want them all up to date, watching them as they come out. But Alec, I introduced to Survivor, and we started from season 1, and we've worked our way up to now season 7. And for the first 4 seasons, we did reviews of each season after watching them, and then the last 2 seasons we did reactions for every episode and discussed every episode individually. So that's been a fun journey to go on and get to share the full journey right here and first-hand reactions. Now, it should be said, I haven't actually seen this season, but I do know the results. I do know some iconic moments from it, but I haven't actually watched any of the episodes, so
Oh, okay, interesting.
it will be in a way at first, but I can't comment or speculate still.
Right, because you already know some outcomes and stuff. So
Yeah. So that's the reality of just being in a Survivor community and like being so obsessed with it, wanting to have like the historical context on things, and like also looking at like people's winner rankings and stuff like that. You're gonna see stuff or like
right,
iconic moments of Survivor history and stuff like that. It's hard to escape. But so far we've got you on our path watching chronologically. It's been great,
yes, it's
and
been very very enjoyable.
we're here at Pearl Islands. Now it's interesting. Where do we go from here? Because Survivor Thailand was the low bar, and then Amazon was our high bar right
Yeah,
after. So
insanity. So, I mean, I guess all you can hope for is the best. I don't know if you necessarily expect it to just keep getting better and better, but you at least want it to stay fun, stay enjoyable, and not be as much of a slog as Thailand. So, which was
yeah,
rough.
yeah. But even Thailand had its moments. We
No,
see
it
the good
did.
in
It
every
did.
Survivor season.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can go watch our recaps of the seasons,
You
which
know,
we talk about that.
the Ted and Ganja incident, highlight.
Who can forget?
Who can forget
Who can forget?
Ted and Ganja and their contributions? All right, let's get into it. Right, this is gonna be
Yeah,
a whole new venture. So
New Frontier.
get used to names and whatnot. Maybe write down as many names as you can. But and then
Yeah, that's always the trick. I remember, I think last season I had written like a bunch of them down, and then I just sort of gave up because they were going through them so
try to get some
fast.
sort of identifier. Be like John. He's a carpenter.
Yeah, John, he's a pastor.
Pastor John. Yeah.
He's gone first. Don't get attached.
All right, so we're gonna go watch it, but you can click the link in the description to see the highlights of the reaction and watch it with us. And then we come
Yeah,
back and we'll
dog.
discuss it in detail. We also have a podcast feed where you can. Oh no, I'm actually working on a podcast feed for Survivor,
Oh,
specifically because I don't put the individual episodes on there because then it
nice.
would
Yeah.
be too much Survivor. I feel like for non-Survivor people, but hopefully in the future I'll get that sorted out. All
Very
right,
cool.
so click the link, baby.
Yeah.
All right, so we recorded our reaction to the first episode of Pearl Islands,
We did.
which might not be salvageable, unfortunately,
No, no.
because the my camera just froze 10 minutes in, and I don't see the recording while I'm watching it, so you never
Yeah.
knew.
Yeah.
And it also didn't record the episode itself, so you can only hear the audio of the episode. But if there's anything I can salvage, like at least like a little super cut of just your reaction, it'll be weird though because you'll still hear me.
It well,
But
yeah. We could maybe it could work though. I
if
don't
I can
know.
salvage anything, maybe
Yeah.
we'll do that. But
It kind of sucks. It's unfortunate, but
you'll know when you see the video
Yeah.
what it is, but
Yeah.
we're gonna discuss it now at least.
Yes, we at least can do our summary.
All right. So, what do you think of the premiere here?
Um, I had a lot going for it. I definitely I liked the whole basically the whole first half was really great.
Hmm.
I loved the new wrinkles in this. So it's like you don't get your luggage, you don't get to keep anything. You don't have the clothes that are on your back. So you're gonna have to go into this village and barter for the things you need. We gave you a little bit of money, and you need to get the stuff that you need, and then you can go to your island. But you have a limited period of time to do so.
And they surprised them with they thought it was they were just doing a photo
Yeah.
shoot.
Yeah.
And no, the game's actually starting. Get in there.
Yeah, which is why like Mr. Lawyer Man was in like a really nice suit.
Yeah.
And
you have to
yeah.
cut up the suits.
Yeah.
Rupert, he stole some of the shoes from the other tribe they left.
Rupert was like, "All right, we're doing pirates. I can be a pirate." And then and they sold the shoes and
We had this whole marketplace sequence, which was very Amazing Race-esque.
yeah, it was. That's true. I actually, but I liked that. I mean, I like Amazing Race a lot. I know we've talked in the program on the show before that like I'm not really huge into a lot of reality TV, but I do. Amazing Race was always one that I watched growing up.
But it's very Amazing Race style, where you have cameramen like following people around doing their individual things as if they're teams.
Yeah.
And then you see them interacting with other people, trying to do stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Usually in Amazing Races to get directions or to finish a task. This is just straight up there in a marketplace. You gotta barter and purchase stuff. And so a lot of the episode was just like the drama from that and just like shenanigans going on. Nothing too serious.
No, but I like that. It was interesting because it was like we hadn't seen anything quite like that before on Survivor.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Not really. Nothing exactly. They've interacted in towns before, but usually that's as like a reward or
in Africa.
just like
in Africa, they had Lex and Ethan went to the village with the goats and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's where Ethan was playing the hacky sack and playing soccer with them.
Yeah, that was a really nice moment. That was really memorable.
Yeah.
But
nothing quite like this. You did get like nice little tidbits of a lot of the different players. Like you got Sandra could speak the language. You could see a bit of her personality there. You could see Austin telling the girls to flash people if they could help us out.
Which apparently, according to them, that was like one of the first things he said to them.
That's the first thing he said to them. Yeah.
It's like, yo, just flash your boobs, please. If you could just do that
no
to
offense, but just use your bodies for us.
Yeah, please.
Sell
yourselves.
Trust me, I'm gonna whip out my ding-a-ling in this next challenge.
Yeah. Trust me, you'll see my ween before.
It's my gift to you.
Long. Yeah.
So, but he had like a good moment right before then, right, where he like.
Yeah.
He sold like a part of his clothes or something, right?
Yeah. It was like he sold something of his own. He was taking like clothes of his own and giving them.
Yeah.
To barter
and
stuff.
He really took away the good moment, but Tijuana, we got some very aggressiveness from Tijuana out there.
Yeah, she was like, "Yo,
something going on with where she gave them money, and then tried to take a thing, but they're like, no, don't take that thing.
Yeah.
And then it's like, give me my money back.
Yeah, and they were like, no. So it was like it was weird because we only get to see part of it, so we don't know exactly what sort of happened, but there was some sort of weird misunderstanding or miscommunication or some deception of some sort. Anyway.
Mm-hmm. So after that, they went back to their tribes. Any big takeaways here? Like any standout people?
I really like. I'm sorry, I couldn't write all their names down. I was I was too sucked in, getting used to getting back into this again. So I didn't write as many notes as I would have liked. And I don't remember names particularly well, but I really liked the teen guidance guy.
Rupert, yeah.
Yeah, he was great. Really like him. He just seems like, despite them being like, he just seems like a weird hippie, but it's like strangely enough, he's also the most like down to earth person somehow.
He matches the pirate aesthetic. You know,
He
they
matches,
really wanted him for
yeah,
this season.
yeah.
For the theme.
He matches the pirate, and I don't know. I just liked him. He just seems like really like no nonsense and down to business. Um, he was like really helpful. He was like getting fish like to his own like detriment. Like he was exhausted after he was literally beat red too.
Got a lot of fish. He's going for the caretaker role, which has seen
some amounts of success.
Some amounts of success. You had Richard Hatch was the first caretaker, really, in the first season, and that worked.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to remember, were there cases of it not working, or working against them?
Well, I know strong initial leaders sometimes are not.
Yeah, strong leaders is not usually a good idea. Like especially the way the two bros did in their tribe.
Yeah, that was very.
That was Sean and Burton, I think.
Yeah, Sean and Burton, and they were both like, with beards, right? Crumb. I love how like I love how crumbs get caught in your beard, right? Ha 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 ha. And then Rupert was like, it was kind of like a wow, okay. Like how do you respond to that when it just seems? I'm sure there was probably some conversation, but it just seemed apropos of nothing. It's like, okay, thanks, I guess.
Yeah. What about John? What do you think of John, the goofball, who was drinking a lot and
he was annoying. That's all I thought about him.
Got,
I was like, he's annoying. Tawana, I thought was also annoying. But like she sort of like came into her own and was like, I'm going to stand up for myself, and since someone's talking back about me, I'm gonna immediately confront him. I was like, well, I guess that worked to her advantage.
And we got Lil, the Scoutmaster, as well.
Oh yeah, she seems like a nice, sweet old lady.
Very strict Scoutmaster upbringing.
Yeah,
where you have
where she's
to
like
represent the troops.
Yeah, where apparently, and she was also like, well, they're gonna all critique me when I get back home
for having my like one button undone.
Yeah, one thing undone, and it's not tucked in well. And I'm like,
no, geez, they're harsh.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they're gonna care that you're not wearing the scout uniform perfectly.
And we had we had two Ryans. We had one Ryan we didn't really get much from, but we got produce clerk, wet noodle, Ding-a-ling Ryan. Who would seem to be the other viable option to be voted out tonight.
Yeah, and he and then they on the other tribe has a Ryan Reynolds lookalike. So
yeah,
and then we got so yeah.
And the last person that really made much of an impact was Andrew, who was like, he took on that leader role for sure. So
yeah,
see how
he's like, I'm going to be the leader. So we'll see. Doesn't always work very well.
He led the charge against Ryan though, and that didn't work out. Ultimately got Nicole.
Yeah, he's a big old wet noodle.
It's the wild stuff of the early votes where it's like you make one little mistake, it's like you don't have to be a horrible player to be voted out first necessarily.
Yeah, that was
like you tried to get one person voted out when you shouldn't have, and it's like they used it against you. So
it was kind of too early of a play.
Yeah. She acknowledged her mistakes. She's like, maybe I shouldn't have done that early.
Yeah.
Anything else?
The challenge, which was pretty garbo. I'm not gonna lie. It seems like a really fun premise that was executed just in probably the worst possible way. Because we've criticized these challenges before, where they give you barely enough room to have one group through, so that it becomes impossible for a group to pass it, until then all of a sudden at the end it's just wide open, like completely wide open, and it's like, okay.
And they always make for weird challenges to film as well, because it's like really
you have no idea what's going on.
It's really tight, and like you can't get much perspective usually because they're going through like these like these like right underneath these trees, so you can't get a wide shot of it.
Well, there was one spot you were like, "What is going on?" It was because it was just showing like, yeah, Rupert was just like bashing through things, and it was just like, "What is what is happening?" Just...
I don't get those ones.
Yeah,
but it's like canon. We got a whole canon because it's pirates, but
very Pirates of the Caribbean inspired. I like that. I like that. Pretty. It's. I mean, it's got to. That's got to be right. It's got to be the inspiration here.
There's just some musical stuff that sounds like that, but
yeah,
it's also just pirate.
It's just generally piratey sounding. You know, sounds maritime and adventurous. So yeah.
Anything else of note? It wasn't that much like, you know.
Clothing was torn up and repurposed as we kind of expected. Nicole and Produce Ryan were on the rocks. Okay. One shopkeep was sexually into one of the tribe members.
Oh, there was Trish was with one of
Trish
the people.
and that lady really liked her eyes like a lot. Apparently.
Trish was all over her too.
Yeah. I was like, okay, that was weird. I guess. I mean, I don't know how much of that was interpretation. That was interesting.
I don't know. But there's really, if you think about it, there's not much of like. Usually premieres are kind of like that, but there wasn't too much like strategizing. You know, it was just a little bit at the end, or it was like one little conflict, one little bit of mistrust, and that's all.
A lot of this is just establishing, right? Just establishing the sort of.
And it was just like the marketplace shenanigans and. Yeah. All right.
Yep. Oh, and also, boys drop trow, but I think we talked about that.
The dinglings, yeah.
The ding-a-ling ding-dongs.
We didn't talk about that in enough detail.
I guess not, yeah.
We were... Austin was dropping his shorts.
Yeah.
They weren't fitting anymore, so they made a deal naturally. Ryan,
naturally.
And Andrew were like, okay, well, if yours start falling down, we'll just drop ours too, so we can all have our schlongs out and about.
Just flapping in the wind.
And it'll be great. It'll be for a great moment. It'll be like Jenna and Heidi last season.
Right. So great of a moment that Jeff literally brought it up like before he even said anything about anything else. He's just like, all right. I really
wanted him to
fire means life. Now, guys, why did you drop your trousers? Right?
I thought he was going to go real hardcore sexist with it and be like, women, what did you think of it? Like, were you impressed?
Yeah, were you impressed? How would you rank them? Right?
I'm sure you guys enjoyed it, right? Like naturally.
Yeah.
Man. But
wild times in TV, huh?
We've got some interesting characters in here, so a little setup going on. So
there's definitely a lot of room for stuff to happen. That's for sure.
Okay, so hopefully next time we'll get this issue fixed
and figure it out
and have the full reaction highlights as normal. I don't know if we had anything or not. You know more than I do, so. All right, until
what? Okay.
Viewers know more than I do.
Oh, they do.
They've seen it or not seen it.
They have done that, exactly that. So.
All right. So we recommend any other videos for them to watch?
Watch some of our early Survivor videos.
Go watch our Survivor videos.
Yeah,
we've
got plenty more. We got reactions, recaps of seasons 1 through 4, and then
watch a review of Survivor Marquesas.
Yeah, do that.
Great.
Yeah.
All right.
So, all right.
Take care.